It is worth noting that there have been a number of elected Democrats who have favored an open nominating process. The Democratic convention is in Chicago in the middle of August, so there is time still for Kamala Harris to try and wrap this up, but the nominating process begins again shortly, so there is much still up in the air. Let's go now to our chief White House correspondent, Nancy Cordes, at the White House with new reporting. Nancy?
Nora, I can tell you that as of last night, senior officials here at the White House and senior Democratic officials outside the White House were still being told that President Biden was in it to win it and that he wasn't going anywhere, despite all the Democratic calls for him to step down. And then that bombshell came just a couple of hours ago that actually he was going to be getting out after all, which indicates that if he was mulling this over, it was with his family, maybe a very small circle of aides, but that was being kept away from most in the Democratic orbit writ large, because it is obviously a very difficult decision, one that he resisted for quite some time. But clearly, he and those right around him decided that it was just too difficult to try to push back against this growing wave of Democratic lawmakers in particular who were urging him to step aside.
Nancy Cordes, thank you. And what kind of challenges does the vice president face?
Well, she's got 3.5 months to mount a presidential bid, which would be difficult for anyone. Yes, she has the Biden campaign war chest. Yes, she has the Biden campaign operation. But, you know, she has 3.5 months at the top of this ticket to convince the American people that she is the best person for the job. And that is just something that is very difficult to do. She has to sort of spring in there on day one. She does not necessarily have anywhere near the same size of a team within the White House that the president does. And she's got to try to, you know, get all around the country and make her presence known and convince the American people that she has what it takes to do the job. A couple of weeks ago at his press conference, I asked President Biden whether he thought Kamala Harris was ready on day one to be president of the United States. And he said, yes, he believes she is. That's why he chose her. He pointed to her ability to hit the road all over the country, talking about reproductive rights, an issue that's very important to Democrats. He talked about her history as a prosecutor, something that she definitely brought to bear in her years in the Senate, on the Senate Judiciary Committee. But now she has to take those attributes, and the campaign has to take those attributes and sort of refocus the entire message, not just the message of the campaign, but also the message at the convention coming up in just a few weeks. Everything has to change to reorient against someone who, while she has served here in the White House with President Biden for the past 4 years, is a very different person with very different strengths. And that entire campaign machine has to reorient around her.